Welcome to my channel. My name is Alice. Today I'd like to share with you how I do the quick sketch of figure drawing. So this is a reference picture that I bought from an art studio. Every time when I look at the photo, I would definitely find the biggest curve. I would also use my non-drawing hand to roughly sketch it on the paper. So this could be where the palm is, the arm extended very long here, neck a little bit extended like this. And the biggest curve is actually the torso over here. If you tend to draw your figure drawing very stiff, this is how I would recommend. You can actually do the torso like this. So it kind of forces you to draw your pose like in a very dynamic way. It wouldn't look so boring. But it has nothing to do with your proportion. If your proportion is correct or not, it actually depends on how you find the relationship between like each parts of the body. So this just ensure that my pose wouldn't be so boring and so dead. This is the torso, and a very long line would be the arm here. I would also simplify each part of the body in a very simple shape. This is the head. Also tie a bun over here. This is the neck. A lot of people would overlook how the neck and the head should be, because most people are used to how the head and the neck look like this. This is how people see it in the standard way. But like if I extend like my neck over like this, or like going like this, people are not used to this. So once you are not used to this and you are not sure how to transform this kind of pose that you see from your eyes on your paper, you usually will go back to your old habits. This totally makes sense. So that's why I don't recommend going into details at first. If capturing the dynamic vibe and the rhythm of the pose is your go-to, then I would recommend simplify everything that you see so far. So this is the torso. This is the butt. When I do the thigh here, I have a habit of drawing the curved line, so it kind of tells me this is where the thigh starts, and also help me to find the cylinder shape over here. So now I have everything in place. I can go to more details, such as doing my hand shape and even sketch a little bit of the finger, the part that I ignored at first. Okay, so done. This is my first drawing. Okay, now let's try a different pose. For this one, it has a very clear dynamic line. The curve here, the arm extended this way and the torso like going this way with the leg leaning toward one side. So there's a very clear S shape here. However, when it comes to the leg where it has to stand most of the weight of my body, we usually do it with straight line. Just remember, the curved line usually represent the very flexible, very gentle, and show you a lot of rhythm. But the straight line usually represent the weight, the strength, and where the force come from. The arm actually go above the head or like going on side of the body. They are not sure how to do it. If this also happened to you, then maybe you can roughly sketch what you see, how the hands folded together. Remember, try to simplify the shape. And then actually kind of form a shape like this, right? The head, I will usually do a circle to represent the back of the skull. Okay. The difficult part would be the torso, like this part above our collarbone, above our shoulder, and our torso. So the torso has to be like this. Look at her right side. Actually go like this, but it's kind of too thick for her, right? So if I'm not sure how to capture it, I can draw like this. The upper part and the lower part will be like this. So upper part like this, the lower part could be like here. So this would be inside like this. Center line, this is where the belly button go. We'll do the breast later. Okay, the leg. So when I say here, we need a straight line, more straight, like here. I can do like this. I know it looks very cartoony, but it doesn't matter for now. I just need to capture the rhythm first. So this is what the rhythm look like. Okay, and then now I can break it down into more accurate anatomy. The thigh, the knee, and the calf. Knee here. Okay, and the breast. So the breast looks like a double U shape, but it has to be symmetrical. And since she is raising her arms, her breast wouldn't be the same part as we usually see. So here the nipple is actually kind of going up, facing toward, facing up. Okay, so this is the second pose. Okay, now I'm gonna do one of the big balls for pretty much everyone. Since the back pose is very difficult, I feel like I want to show how I do it. So actually when I see a reference photo, I usually don't see, sometimes I don't see a model, you know, sometimes I just see a simple shape. I see the curved lines, I see cylinders, I see oval shape. So for this one, I actually see it this way, especially I couldn't see her face. This is what I would see. So the biggest curve is like here, where she extend her arms here. Maybe this is the where the shoulder is, right? And also like both sides of the shoulder, if I link it together, the line forms into this diagonal line. And then upper part, lower part of the body, where the center line is, you can see clearly from the back here. So this is the most difficult part. Okay, let's ignore the head first. Arms here. Ignore the breast for now. The leg. For the standing pose, what I would recommend for my students are don't try to do additional body parts like breast, like the fingers. For the standing pose, what your model actually need besides doing the torso direction right, make him or her be able to stand well. And don't make it like a fold down. So this one I would, after doing the torso would be my priority, and then for the standing pose I would do the leg. You can see like this leg actually form like a curved line like this, right? So if you want to do this, you can also sketch first. Remember, there's no right or wrong how you draw it. The only thing matter is you find a way that it works for you. So not just because I'm showing to you how I do it doesn't mean like what I'm doing is always right. Maybe like for some people like it doesn't work for them, then you should try other ways to do it. But I'm just showing you this is how I do it and it works for me. For the back of the feet, looks like this shape for me. Okay, so the other side of the butt here, like a smile line here, and then the thigh. 1, 2. You can see it like especially on side how the thigh and your lower limb actually form a curved line like this, but your lower limb would actually go a little bit backwards. It's not gonna be on the same vertical line. Okay, so let's check. If I put a straight line here, from the head, it would actually, the line would go to the center between both legs. So the center of gravity works like this. And if you want to learn more about how to find the center of gravity, you should go check my other tutorial. It's gonna show you more details of 3 big elements of how you draw figure drawing. Okay, so now I think I have everything. Oh, here, like the butt should be like this. Rib cage. Okay, now I can fix it more into more details. some of the figure drawing that I did this year. Honestly, I think keeping a record of what you draw is essential because you can see your learning curve. You can watch your process as you go. Sometimes we forget so many things as we learn, and over time you kind of subjectively think, oh, I did it good, I did it bad, but without actually see it, I think sometimes our mind gives us the illusion of some frustration. So having your sketchbook, I think, is very important. I can always look back of how I did so far, how I'm doing this year, how I was doing last year. So I think keeping a record of a sketchbook is good for an artist's mental mind. Also, it's important to forgive yourself. What does it mean by forgiving yourself? Sometimes you do a bad sketch and some experiment you don't like, but don't throw it away. Keep it there. I'm gonna show you like some of my experiment here. I think it's also important to have the experiment, although it doesn't keep the sketchbook consistent. I know there are a lot of beautiful sketchbook out there, or on Pinterest, on Instagram, we can see aesthetically beautiful, appealing, even it looks experimental, but it's so pretty, right? For others. But sometimes I feel like I have to space out. I have to ease out my mind. I just like randomly use the brush stroke to play around, and I forget about it. Sometimes I don't look back because sometimes you were in a bad mood and you just need to let something out. And once it's done, maybe one day when you go back, you look at it, you feel like, hey, maybe I can make something out of it. You never know. So don't throw everything away, and remember to date it. I think it's very important. Date it by year. You don't have to date it like, oh, it's like what date it is, like, or what month. Date it by year. You can see the progress in the long term, in the long run. I also feel like doing the curve line flow thing feels like a dynamic meditation for me. The entire drawing process feels like a dynamic meditation for me. So I cherish those moments alone. I like to play around with colors, lines, but I'm still experimenting. So not sure how I do it, but this is a tutorial so far. Remember to try it, to practice it. Practice is gonna make you better. Don't throw away the old experiments and don't throw away the old sketch. Date them, keep them together, and maybe like after 3 months, put them on the floor, lay all out, and you'll see your progress. That's the end of the tutorial. See you next time. Bye bye.